Now to talk about those trends as well as some other things is founder and director of the Scripps Research Translational Institute, Dr. Eric Topol. Welcome.
Thank you. Great to be with you both.
Great to see you. So as you know, mask mandates are being lifted in some cases in different states in schools as we see these case numbers go down. The CDC director has come out to say that, this may be too soon. So how do we balance this? I mean, a lot of people are fatigued by the pandemic, but we also don't want to do anything too, hasty.
Exactly. That's why we really need to use metrics and not just arbitrary dates. It is premature to just across the board stop with the use of masks and other mitigation. We are getting there, and hopefully when we get to low cases, low test positivity, we'll be at a really secure time to advance without the need for the worry of masks for most people.
Some potentially very exciting news. Scripps Research making progress on universal COVID vaccines. Can you explain what that means, what the implications could be?
Yes, that's really big. That's our hope for the future, is that rather than the vaccines we have now, which are directed to the original strain of the virus, and now there's one, of course, as you know, in the hopper for an Omicron specific vaccine. We want a vaccine that will work across all of the whole family of the beta coronavirus, a universal vaccine, so we wouldn't have to worry about any Greek letter new variants in the future. That's going to happen eventually. And our team at Scripps Research just published in Science yesterday about one that has tremendous promise. There's now several of these candidates. They need to go into clinical trials to show that they're not just safe, but they will prevent any variant of the future from causing illness, severe illness. So we are excited about that in this year, that these will go to clinical trials, and hopefully we're going to have at least one of these available in the future.
Dr. Topol, as you know, some people got their booster shots right away, as soon as they were eligible, and for some that's going on maybe 5 or 6 months ago. As we've been reporting and experts telling us that the immunity can start to wane over time, what does the future look like for those folks? Are they going to need another booster, or what are you seeing happening down the line?
That's a great question, and I wish we had the answer. The only data that we have so far about the booster waning with Omicron is coming from Israel, and that data is only for people essentially over age 60. When it looks like after 4 months, that same pattern that we saw after the second dose that necessitated the booster is happening again. So remember, Israel was hit extremely hard, really the worst in the world or very close. And so the question that we don't know is, if the circulating virus is not that high, is this booster going to be necessary, especially in people who are younger than age 60? So there's some real uncertainties. There's also some data to suggest that the booster that we've had, which hopefully everyone who's been vaccinated will get, will be durable. That is well beyond the 6 months or even a few years. So we're in the middle of sorting that out right now. I wish we had better data from the United States, because we could answer that question pretty readily.
Dr. Topol, given your inside knowledge of the research that's taking place and where we are right now, give us a gauge of your optimism or skepticism about the virus moving forward.
Yeah, I think the biggest problem we have in the United States, and even that extends to California and San Diego, is because our vaccination rates are so low relative to countries that have 85 to 90%. Here in California, we're in the 70s. That's not enough. Our booster rate is totally insufficient, inadequate. There are countries well over 60, 65%. We're in the 20s. So that has put us in a vulnerability. Not that we have a good outlook in the next several weeks, few months, but the high vulnerability, the lack of this immunity wall, puts us in a position where the next variant that comes along, we will be hit by it rather than be insulated from it. So short term, a good outlook, but I just wish we could get our vaccination and booster rate up, because that would protect us so much more.
Well, Dr. Eric Topol, founder, director of the Scripps Research Translational Institute, maybe as you speak, some people out there will be listening. We certainly appreciate your expertise.
Thank you.